So I have 3 subscribers now, and subscribers. Um, what's going on? I don't understand, but I guess I'm just gonna go with it. Sure. Anyways, I've done a video for a few of these new Avengers Endgame trailers that have come out, and this newest one is quite interesting because it actually directly shows Thanos. I'm just surfing the internet a little bit. I noticed on IGN, been a reader of IGN for many years. It's gone downhill, but well, what in the world hasn't gone downhill? Um, they're wondering about the armor and the why Thanos' looks have changed, and I was kind of confused because, I mean, odds are I'm completely wrong about this because it tends to be a theme in my life. But it's not that it's changed. If you look at it, I'm fairly sure that that's just the armor and the helmet that he took off at the beginning of Infinity War, which to me shows that it's almost confirmed that they go back in time and that they're fighting Thanos before he got the gauntlet. And like I said, I could be completely wrong, but that's just my take on it. Another thing that was kind of ruined, and I'm not sure if they meant to ruin it or if it was something that something they kind of everyone knew, and I was just the last person to know, which also wouldn't shock me. Is the suits that the Avengers that are left that are wearing when they go into the battle, the white suits. I didn't know they were called quantum suits, but that's been leaked online apparently, and people I've read numerous things saying that now, and that's a fairly big hint that time travel will be involved. Now, yesterday being April Fool's Day, which I hate April Fool's Day. It's a stupid day. I did read a plot leak, so if you don't want me to tell you about this plot leak that could be an April Fool's joke or might not be, click off this right now. My 3 subscribers, it still feels really weird saying that. The plot leak I read about, the supposed plot leak, sorry, I read about said that apparently that the premise of the movie is that they do go back in time, but it's not to defeat Thanos before he becomes before he gets the gauntlet. It's for somehow for Tony to get the stones. He goes to get the stones before Thanos does to make his own gauntlet to undo what Thanos did. But there's a few complications that, in my mind anyways, and one of them is the fact that they're going back in time to get the stones before Thanos does. That means they're back in time before he does the actual snap and undoes everything. So why would they, getting the gauntlet to do that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, logically speaking, causality wise, because if they're back in time already, does that mean they're going to try and get the gauntlet and then go back to the future where everyone's gone and bring them back? But if they're going back in time, they're going to change the future so that they can't go back to the future they were in, and all the people wouldn't be gone anyways. So that's a little bit of a thing that makes me believe that this could be a false, an April Fool's joke. Now, the other thing that it said in this supposedly plot leak was that a bunch of people died. I thought that was a fairly big given regardless, because it's a bunch of people who, a bunch of actors who are at the very end of their contract. I mean, I would love to see them stay, but if they are at the end of their contract and they want to leave, they've got to do something to let them go. And the easiest thing I think would be just to kill them off. And I don't know, I could be wrong. But apparently in this, the other few plot leaks that it said was that Captain America definitely dies. Um, and this is the other thing that confused me is apparently the person that uses the Tony, because apparently Tony's the one putting together this gauntlet, but Tony isn't. Iron Man isn't the one that uses the gauntlet. Apparently, somehow Hulk is the one that uses the gauntlet, and that kind of makes sense to me because Hulk is probably the only person powerful enough to withstand the strain it puts on you. But even then, I think it would kill him in the long run. Like I said, I could be wrong. Oh, the other thing is apparently that even though he uses the gauntlet and successfully, I might add, Hulk, um, that he actually loses his arm in the battle with Thanos, but they succeed, which is confusing to me because I thought Hulk had regenerative capabilities that wouldn't allow an arm to be lost. Again, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong about all this. But yeah, I know. These trailers are getting kind of weird to me because they keep just releasing the same trailer with like 3 more seconds added to it every time now. And why not just let us stew in our juices until the movie's released? It's less than a month now, literally. Um, the only downside to me about the entire thing is I can't really picture myself being able to afford to go see it, which sucks. Sucks bad. I haven't been able to afford to go see Captain Marvel either. And I've heard many different things about it, but I'm not. I don't know. I do not know at this point. But yeah, no, I still think it would make more sense if they're going back in time to fight Thanos to defeat him, just to defeat him, not to build their own gauntlet. Because one of the other things that it said in the trailer is if they go back in time to build their own gauntlet, that they would undo the events that bring the Guardians of the Galaxy together, which confuses me because they are confirmed to be making Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But if they undo the events that bring the Guardians together in the first place, how could they be making Guardians of the Galaxy 3? It's a little convoluted. I mean, I have a feeling there's a lot about this movie that's going to be convoluted, but I don't know. I don't know. But that's just a couple of my points about this. I mean, all the trailers are good because I'm curious, but at the same time, I'd really just rather have a lot of it be in the movie and be able to watch in the movie. Or for people like me who are probably not going to move forward, I'm weird about spoilers. They don't bother me. I know they bother a lot of other people. They don't bother me the slightest. Like I said, I haven't been able to afford to go see Captain Marvel, but I know a lot about it because I read everything. I read all the spoilers online. Not bothered at all because it's pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to see the movie until I don't know until I can watch it online, basically. And yeah, I would really, I kind of, in one way I'm hoping the spoiler synopsis is real. Another way it confuses me and makes me wonder about what the hell they're doing. Side note, I'm a little bit more optimistic about Dark Phoenix now because they actually include the space scene. I think I mentioned that in the previous video. But they include the space scene where actually I think that Phoenix actually enters Jean Grey. And that just in itself, to me, puts it just so far above Last Stand. Well, I mean, 2 p.m. B News above Last Stand. Last Stand was a terrible movie. And, yeah, I know he's not going to watch it, but, Nostalgia Critic, dude, how can you say that there was anything good about The Last Stand? Man, just, what? Dude, come on. It was from start to finish awful. I refused to watch that movie for 4 or 5 years. Literally, nope, still, just nope. And it was literally on television for free to watch it. And I said, meh, why not? And I don't feel good about myself regularly. I'm fairly down. I'm not down on myself on a daily basis. That day was special, though. I felt so extra dirty for having witnessed that pile of crap that was called the X-Men movie. I watched it for free, and I still wanted my goddamn money back. How does that work? Like, what the hell? And then, do you think it was the most entertaining thing? I mean, I don't know. It was just the worst. But then again, though, I have to admit, I still, to this day, refuse to watch X-Men or Wolverine. It's. I think what sealed the deal for me on that one was the CGI claws. I was done at that. I was just like, nope. That movie, even if it was on TV and for free, I would still avoid it. I would avoid it. Just it's one of the few things, like Last Stand. Actually, the one thing I have to admit is watching Last Stand. It made me feel better about myself. That is hard to do. That's really difficult to do because I thought to myself, I could have made a better X-Men movie. Me. I hate myself. I hate myself so much. On a daily basis, I hate myself more. Every freaking day. And I watched X-Men last time and I thought to myself, I could do better. That's the worst. The worst. And it's just, man, the mind boggles. It really does. But yeah, no, I'm still hoping that eventually I can see Captain Marvel and maybe even somehow, even invite maybe Abscott, borrow money to go see friggin' Endgame. I would really like to see Endgame, but tickets are on sale now, so I have a feeling for the first while it's probably going to be sold out everywhere. But I guess we'll have to see. Anyways, this has been a video from my, again, weird to say this, but 3 subscribers about my opinion about the new Endgame trailer and the maybe April Fool's joke leaked plot synopsis that was online yesterday. Here's hoping it was. I'm conflicted about whether or not I hope it was an actual joke or not, but we'll see. Okay. My life sucks tonight, and I made this video about the Endgame trailer. Video over.